got Titan blood running through our veins. Get loud, put your hands up, let the whole world hear this sound.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here for a very special video for me. I am going to be grading the Tennessee Titans 2023 off-season moves so far. So, this could be re-signings, this could be signings, this could be... I didn't put releases in here. That's going to be a whole different video in itself. So, let's start off with the re-signing of Nick Westbrook-Akina. So, with the way our receiving room was looking, we cut Rob, Burks is there, Phillips is there, but we didn't put the tender on NWI, we didn't put the tender on Cody Hollister, and a lot of guys ended up leaving. So our receiving room was looking very thin. And I don't think you can completely bring in a lot of new guys. You need to have some guys that are similar with the system, and I think that's why you go out and get you an NWI. For another year, you didn't pay him the money that you wanted the tender to be. So you paid him less than 2.9. So under 2.9 for a guy to get you relatively 400 to 500 yards a season. I'll take that every day. $2 million to get you 500 yards and like 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. I'll take that. NWI has been a guy that is constantly growth. He fell back in more of a reserved role last year because of Robert Woods, who filled out a lot of his role. But now that NWI is going to be more on the field, I would say, for this next coming up season, we're gonna see if he can improve his role once again. Now, this is one of the signings I like, but I'm gonna give it a B, and that's Andre Derrick. I like going out and trying to improve the offensive line. I really like that. What I don't like is to do it with a guy that has little starting experience. Andre Dillard didn't get a lot of starting time because of how successful Lane Johnson was. And how successful and entirely that Eagles offensive line was as a whole. Lane Johnson and other members on that Eagles offensive line are without doubt Hall of Fame talent. Andre Dillard was a first-round draft pick that got very limited playing time, which is where I could see he could really succeed at a team like Tennessee, where he's going to get significant playing time. And Tennessee warranted him that 3-year contract. So, that's a B for me. Now, this one, I actually think it's an A. And that is Brunski. Brunski gives premium versatility on the offensive line. With the Titans, the way they have dealt with injuries over the past couple of years, this is exactly what you need. You need a fringe depth starter offensive lineman, a guy that could start, could be a backup, depending on how the rest of the offseason goes. But what you do need is a guy that could play center, a guy that could play tackle, a guy that could play guard. He could be moved completely around all orifices of the offensive line, and that is a guaranteed A, in my opinion, for Brunski. Now, this one I actually am kind of a fan of too. Brewer didn't play horrible when he was asked to play center last season for Ben Jones when Jones went down. Now, I'm not saying he's a starter level center. I'm saying he was a serviceable replacement. But, and I think he could understand, because he's an undersized guard. But center's where you can hide your weight the best. If you look at a guy like Jason Kelsey, I don't know the size differences, but Kelsey's undersized as a center too, and is one of the better centers in football, if not the best center in football. Brewer, I think, still could be given the opportunity to play. I think the Titans believe in him while they put the tender on him. So, I'm going to put in a B-. Played well when Ben got hurt last year at center. Did not play well at guard. So if they keep him at guard, this goes down to maybe a C- or D. Because he was a liability at guard. But I think he could excel at center. Now this one is one of my favorite signings. And I'm going to give it an A as well with Brunski. and that is the signing of former Jaguars outside linebacker, and that is agent Aridin Key. Aridin Key came on strong for the Jags last season and was really part of a major defensive boost the last couple of games in last year to get them into the playoffs. So that was a big run by Arden Key, who had a lot of pressures towards the end of the season. I think it ranked up around like 21 or 22, but it was something like that. It was like 20 pressures in 4 or 5 weeks. So he really came on strong to last season. If he can keep that up when when the Titans season starts in 2023, could be a pivotal part of that outside linebacking crew. And actually, the defense is shaping up to be really good with Tierra Tart, Harold Landry, Jeffrey Simmons, and now Arden Key. And I would love to see what else we do with also having Danico as well. Now, one of the signings I was one of the cuts or unsignings that I was unhappy with was we didn't at least attempt to go get David Long. David got 2 years for 11 from Miami. Now, we did go out and get Alshear. I do like Alshear. Very similar play style in the middle of the field. Very similar linebackers, to be 100% honest with you. But David, the better one. Shair still a secure tackler. Is a better pass coverage linebacker than David. David's a more secure tackler. But I'm going to be excited to see how Alshear can play besides whoever they put him besides, whether that's Jack Gibbons, whether that's Monty Rice, whether that's Jake Campbell, whether that's a guy we draft, or whether that's a guy we get in free agency. Continuing on. Last one of the video, I do believe. And this is going to be Luke Gafford, outside linebacker, I believe. Now, it might be an interior guy, but either way, linebacker, formerly of the Cowboys, mostly a depth piece is what this is going to end up being. A guy that you need to have to fill out your roster. And a good guy, actually, in being able to do that. Special team ace. It's going to be really good to have this guy on your team. Very similar play style to a former Titan, Will Compton. So, we're going to see what Gafford can offer us. Excels in special teams, depth to linebacker, and can definitely get you those tackles on special teams. So, I hope you guys like this video of me grading the off-season moves so far in 2023. If you did, leave a like. If you really like, subscribe. But above all else, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Bye, guys.
Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Host it again, hype now. Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Need